वेलकम टू NYC देसी दोस्तों, जिन्होंने मुझे सब्सक्राइब किया थैंक यू सो मच, और जिन्होंने सब्सक्राइब नहीं किया है प्लीज़ सब्सक्राइब करें। आज का जो शो है बहुत ही एनर्जेटिक और बहुत ही डिफरेंट होने वाला है, बिकॉज मैं हूँ रिपब्लिक एयरपोर्ट में एंड मैं आपको दिखाना चाहता हूँ कि यहाँ पे फ्लाइंग स्कूल्स कैसे होते हैं और कितना ईजी है। एक्चुअली इट इज़ नॉट दैट एक्सपेंसिव। तो मैंने खुद आज इंट्रोडक्टरी क्लास लिया है यहाँ पे एंड देन आई एम हियर इन रिपब्लिक एयरपोर्ट में। तो मैं दिखाना चाहता हूँ कि यहाँ पे पूरा प्रोसेस कैसा होता है। द फर्स्ट डे मैंने बोला कि मुझे फ़्लाइंग सीखना है, तो उन्होंने बोला कि प्लीज़ कम दैट आई विल टेक यू स्ट्रेट टू द फ्लाइंग के लिए। तो मुझे सीधा फ्लाइंग में लेके जा रहे हैं वो लोग एंड अभी कैप्टन आ गए। ही जस्ट फिक्सिंग दी स्टार्टिंग द इंजन एंड जो बेसिक चीज़ें होती है, बेसिक रूटीन चेक कर रहा है। उसके बाद ही विल एक्सप्लेन हमें कैसा फ्लाइंग होता है यहाँ पे। तो आप देखोगे कि इट्स सो अमेजिंग। और मैं आप लोगों के साथ ये शेयर इसलिए करना चाहता हूँ कि आप लोग बताना चाहता हूँ कि अगर कोई इंटरेस्टेड है फ्लाइंग स्कूल के लिए, इसकी कॉस्ट क्या है US में एंड व्हाट आर दे कवर, जो भी है। मुझे इसके बारे में ज़्यादा नॉलेज नहीं है, बट लेट्स सी। तो ये है जो प्लेन आज हम लेके जाने वाले हैं। कैप्टन इज़ डूइंग द बेसिक चेक, उसके बाद he'll come and explain to us and then we'll take off from रिपब्लिक एयरपोर्ट लॉन्ग आइलैंड से। तो काफ़ी मुझे अच्छा लगा, इट वाज़ वेरी अमेजिंग। तो मैंने सोचा कि आप लोगों के साथ ये जर्नी शेयर करनी चाहिए मुझे, क्योंकि आई एम श्योर काफ़ी लोग हैं जो इंटरेस्टेड होंगे फ्लाइंग कोर्सेज लेने के लिए। एंड आई विल ट्राई टू डिटेल एज मच एज आई कैन। सो वीडियो एंड तक देखें एंड आई होप इट हेल्प्स।
So before each flight, we do a pre-flight inspections. You know how you do a rental car and then they do inspection of the car, make sure everything's good.
Okay.
Same thing here. Unfortunately, if anything happens, you can just pull over to the side. So you gotta make sure everything's good on the ground before you go up. Okay. So you're gonna start from the back and then go around and then end back here, right?
Okay.
Starting from here. So this right here, it's called a horizontal stabilizer. What it does, it's gonna help us stabilize the plane horizontally, like not going up and down. And also, when you need to go up or down, pitch up or pitch down, it's gonna help us. So if you look inside the plane, you can see the control moves.
Oh, okay. I see the thing moving. Okay.
Yeah, when you pull back toward the pilot, this is gonna go up. What it's gonna do is create a lot of air pressure on the top of the stabilizer, which is gonna push the tail section down and the nose up.
तो आप देख सकते हैं किस तरह से बेसिक चीज़ें बता रहा है ये जो हमारा कैप्टन है।
And then come on to this side, make sure this is good. So it's just a part of the other side, and you just want to make sure it's good, free in the direction that's supposed to be moving and correct, and no obstructions, and everything is good. All the bolts and pins are connected. And come on to this side. So wait here for a second. I'm going to show you guys something. You just move back like 2 feet.
Okay. 2 feet. और I see that thing is moving. So अभी हम लोग बेसिक चेक कर रहे हैं बिफोर वी फ्लाइंग। सो कैप्टन हमें एक्सप्लेन कर रहा है चीज़ें कैसी होती हैं प्लेन में।
So this portion of the part, it's called a flap. What it does is it kind of works as a speed brake. So anytime we're gonna slow down, maybe for coming for a landing, or like if there are other traffic in front of us, we'll just slow down for them. We'll extend it, and it's gonna create more air pressure on the bottom, which is gonna give us lift at a lower speed. So this plane weighs about just over 2,000 pounds with us and fuel and everything. So in order to fly this plane, we need at least 2,000 pounds of lift or more. So we could do it two-way, either move really fast through the air, create a lot of air pressure on the bottom, and then have lift, or when you slow down, have a more curvature wings. Like you guys have flown kites, right?
Yeah, yeah.
So you know when it flies, like you have that curve with all the air pressure on the bottom. Same thing. At a slower speed, we need to extend this to create more air pressure on the bottom, which is gonna give us more lift. Right? So usually do a pre-flight of it, deploy it, so and then make sure it does not retract with good amount of force. That means it should stay in the air as well.
Okay.
Then this right here, it's called an aileron. So same thing, if you look inside the control, you'll see the control moves to the right as I pull this up.
Okay.
So when you move the control to the right, this side's gonna go up and the opposite side would go down. If you look on the opposite side, it's down. And then if I put this down, the opposite side goes up.
Okay.
So
okay, there.
yeah, so when you move to the right, this is gonna go up, create a lot of air pressure on the top, push this wing down, that's gonna go down, create a lot of air pressure on the bottom, push this wing up.
Okay.
So that's how you're gonna turn. One wing's gonna go down, the other wing's gonna go up, and that's how you're gonna make the turn. Any questions?
No. Good.
And there's a connecting rod right here. You just want to make sure it's connected.
Okay.
Not loose or broken. So I'm just teaching you and then making
He's
sure
checking exactly, yeah. So that is important.
And then we make sure the edge of the wings is good, no crack, no dents, not broken or anything like that. Alright, and then come on to this sections. So you have the manual, so you have two manuals, on the right, on the left. Those are called the manual. The one on the front, it's called nose wheel. So the nose wheel is going to help us steers on the ground, so it can move 10 degrees to the right, 10 degrees to the left for this one. So we have two pedals on the floor. Press the right, the nose wheel goes to the right. If you press the left, the nose wheel goes to the left. So
Okay.
anytime you're on the ground, you're not steering with your hand, you're only steering with your feet. So no hand, just feet, and that's how you're going to turn. Right? And top of those pedals are brakes. So we have two brakes, one on the right, one on the left. The right one only brakes the right wheel, the left one only brakes the left wheel. The reason they have this is because if for any reason you need to make a tight turn or sharp turn, we can just hold one brake and just turn around that point.
Gotcha.
Alright, and you have one brake on this side. You just want to make sure there are no liquids or any fluids that's on the floor. To make sure no hydraulic fluid, no brake fluid, means everything is good. And then usually what we do is, since it has a cover on the top, we just move up and down to check the landing gear.
Landing gear, okay.
Make sure the tire has a good amount of thread, no bald spot or nothing cushionable. Look out for. Okay. And since this is our first day, flight of the day, we have two fuel tanks. We have one on the right, one on the left. Now, each fuel tank holds about 20 gallons. So, but the last 1 gallon that sits all in the bottom is not usable. So, 19 and 19 is usable. So
on the
total,
wings?
Yeah,
Okay.
total is 38 gallons of fuel. Now we want to make sure there are no, every time it rains, like we leave it overnight, maybe a fog, rain that could actually go into the fuel tank. To make sure there are no rains or anything like that, water, we just do a draining of the fuel system.
Okay.
So make sure there are no water. So it's clear blue right there, as you can see. It's the fuel, it's not water.
Right.
And if there were water, we just drain out the water till you get. Any questions?
Question, so what kind of a license, you have? What kinds, okay, what is the starting license and different level of license?
So initially, if you want to build a career, or if you just want to have fun, take family out, friends up, you could get your private pilot license, which is the lowest level one. There are a couple other things, other license before that, but that's very restrictive. So the private pilot, you could take families out, relative out, go have fun, go to different airport, go to different restaurants and all this other stuff, which is really fun. I've done that. And then once you have that, you could go for your commercial license. But before you get a commercial license, you get an instrument rating, which is going to help you learn how to fly through clouds and all that. So flying with the only reference of the instrument. And once you have that, you could go for a commercial, which takes about 250 hours of total time. Once you get a commercial, you can actually now start working as a pilot and get paid for it. Now in the USA, in order to work for any of the regional airlines, you need 1,500 hours of experience. Now there's two ways of building that. A lot of people goes into flight instructor. So once you have your commercial, you go and get a flight instructor rating, which takes about a year or so, and then work as an instructor like I am right now. Or you could go work as like charter pilots and also other programs where they have less requirements than the airline, and work for those to build time to get to the airline.
And how much does it cost if you want to do a private level?
Depends on the person, but average approximately from zero experience to becoming like a flight instructor costs about $70,000 or so in the USA. Now at least, and also depends like how often you fly. Like if somebody flies like once a week or once every 2 weeks, it's gonna take them a lot longer and more money because they're gonna forget things the next time they come in, rather than somebody who does like every other day or like twice, 3-4 times a week. They're gonna get things done faster and like less money.
And how much does it cost? How long is the course? If I pay you.
It depends on you.
Individual.
There are schools that can finish you off from zero to getting you to become an instructor within a year, and then if you do like more traditional way, like go to college or something, about 4 years. Or if you do your own time, like part time, you take more or less.
Okay.
Yeah.
And how much is the fee if we want from zero to just
PLC,
a family,
private license.
Private is about same thing, like depends on the person, but average about $12,000 to $15,000 right now, like
Okay.
current market.
Okay.
But it depends on the person. They're like somebody that's like gifted, in flying, so they'll just come in and get it done in like a 10K or less than that.
Oh, really?
Like bare minimum. And then there are people that takes a little bit more time, and exams will be $15,000, $16,000, $17,000.
And can you suggest us a few good colleges where we can go for this thing? Like,
I mean, if you want to get a bachelor, there are a couple of colleges here. We have one in the field, Farmdale State College.
Okay.
That's where I went for my degree.
Okay.
There are a couple of other colleges, Embry-Riddle, Western Michigan University, North Dakota, and a couple other ones that's just top of my head for college degrees. And then there are like a lot of private flight schools that you can go to get your training done.
So now, do you have to have any basic knowledge to learn the flying?
There aren't any requirement as long as you can speak, read, write English. That's
Okay,
about it.
that's it.
Because we as flight instructor, we have both like ground and flight instructing certificate. So I can teach you the ground portion and the flight portions as well. So as long as you have a basic understanding of English and math and science, we can work with that.
You should do that.
Yeah.
okay.
There aren't any requirements.
So just pay the fee, join the course. But
Yeah.
you have to go to college for that? I mean, or you can just
No,
join the
it's-
flying school?
You can just join the flight
Flying school,
yeah.
right?
You don't have to have a college degree or high school degree.
High
It's
school
not
degree,
required.
right? Got it. Flying school के लिए 12,000 कुछ होता है, and then it depends upon individuals. कितना time लगता है course के लिए. Islam, how much time it takes? You said one year, right?
For to get it done as soon as 1 year, or if you do like 1 year or like that.
Okay.
You know, 4 years or so.
So अगर आप रिग्रेस करोगे तो 1 साल में आप कोर्स कर सकते हो. कोई डिग्री, कोई बेसिक एजुकेशन की रिक्वायरमेंट नहीं है. यू पे द मनी, जॉइन द फ्लाइंग स्कूल, एंड देन यू शुड बी गुड टू गो. तो हमने फ्लाइट चेक कर लिया. ही वाज शोइंग अस ऑल द इंपॉर्टेंट एस्पेक्ट बिफोर आप टेक ऑफ करते हैं. विंग्स का मेक श्योर देयर इज़ नो ऑयल लीक. परसों यहाँ बारिश हुई थी तो ही वांटेड शो अस कि कहीं पेट्रोल में पानी ना मिक्स हो गया हो. तो ही चेक द लिक्विड चेक एंड विंग्स हमने चेक की. सो अभी हमारी प्लेन पूरी तैयार हो चुकी है. वी आर रेडी टू गो, रेडी टू टेक ऑफ.
I'm gonna have him sit in first.
Okay.
Come in.
Okay.
Alright, so left feet here,
Okay.
right feet there,
Okay.
and just slide back in. I'm gonna give you a booster seat just so you can see better, because this
Okay.
seat only will cost you so much.
गुड गुड.
Otherwise, you're not gonna be able to.
तो मेरे को एक्स्ट्रा बूस्टर सीट दे रहे ताकि मेरे को व्यू अच्छा मिले. एंड ये हमारा बूस्टर सीट लग गया है.
It's like you're giving it extra space on top, so you can see
बूस्ट
clear over.
सो द विंडो से मैं देख सकता हूँ बाहर की तरफ.
Alright, so left feet here, right feet there, and just slide it. Okay.
गुड.
Alright. Hang on tight. I'll be right with you guys.
मजा आने वाला था.
सो भाइयों, मैं प्लेन में बैठ चुका हूँ. पायलट सीट में, ड्राइवर सीट में भी नहीं और पीछे भी नहीं बैठा हूँ मैं. आई मीन सॉरी, ड्राइवर सीट में, पायलट के साथ एक्चुअली.
That's actually the pilot seat.
Oh, this is the pilot seat?
Yes.
Oh my god, okay.
You were the pilot today.
So यहाँ की खूबसूरत यही है कि द डे यू जॉइन फॉर द इंट्रोडक्टरी क्लास, आपको सीधा पायलट सीट में बैठा देते हैं ये, एंड आपको सीधा कमान दे देते हैं हाथ में. जो हमारे पायलट हैं, रियल पायलट कम इंस्ट्रक्टर इस्लाम, वो है ड्राइवर
My
सीट
first day, actually.
में. फर्स्ट डे.
Really?
Yes. You guys got to figure out how to fly this thing.
सो काफ़ी मज़ा आने वाला है. मैं आपके साथ जर्नी शेयर करता रहूँगा.
Alright, so before I start off, a couple things I gotta clear. So you're gonna be in control airspace the whole time. There's JFK LaGuardia airspace that's right over us. So somebody's going to be giving us instruction as to where to go, what to do, and all this other stuff. When I'm talking to them, I'll go like this. That way, if we are having any conversation, we'll pause that, talk to them. Once you're done, we can continue our conversation.
Yes,
Alright? Anytime you see any traffic outside, I might not see it, I miss it, then just point it out there, say there's a plane over there, so we can actually avoid that.
Okay.
Alright, as you can see, you have two controls. This is the main controls, and the controls does the same thing.
Right.
Now, you're gonna be doing most of the flying, and every time I need to take over controls, maybe to maneuver out of a traffic, or for any other emergency, I'll say I have flight controls. At that point, you just let go of the control, and then I'll take over controls. Clear?
Okay, good.
Alright, and seatbelt must be on during all time the aircraft is in motion. We have air vents right here. It's gonna give us some fresh air when we're flying, and no AC unfortunately.
Okay.
Let's start it.
And brother, what is this?
It's called ADSB. It gives us traffic signal. So I have traffic in here, but my headset has a Bluetooth as well. So this is gonna pick up traffic and tell me where the traffics are at. So in case we may say the ATC may say it's just a backup, because it's a very busy training airport. We have about over 5-6 schools. Every school has about average of 10-15 planes. So imagine all this plane, 20, 30, 40 plane goes up at the same time. It gets pretty busy. So just to be on the safe side. All right.
So हम लोग इंजन स्टार्ट कर रहे हैं एंड हम टेक ऑफ कर रहे हैं. दोस्तों अभी हम पहुंच चुके हैं कनेटिकट एयरपोर्ट में। हम लोगों ने फ़्लाई किया लॉन्ग आइलैंड एयरपोर्ट से एंड इस्लाम हमारे दोस्त हैं, हमारे इंस्ट्रक्टर हैं एंड ही वाज को पायलटिंग, मैं मेन पायलट था। एंड अभी हम लोग यहाँ पे थोड़ा टाइम बिताएंगे एंड इसके बाद वी विल गो बैक टू दी लॉन्ग आइलैंड एयरपोर्ट में। तो यही है, तो बेसिकली मैं यही कोशिश मेरी यही है कि अब मैं आप लोगों के साथ शेयर करूं और बताऊं कि किस तरह से फ़्लाइंग इज़ वेरी इजी इन अमेरिका। अगर आप अमेरिका में आना चाहते हैं और फ़्लाइंग कोर्स लेना चाहते हैं, देयर आर लॉट ऑफ फ्लाइंग स्कूल्स यहाँ पे लॉन्ग आइलैंड में, न्यूयॉर्क सिटी में है, फ्लोरिडा में बहुत सारे स्कूल्स हैं एंड वी विल रिफ्यूल इट। यहाँ पे आप देख सकते हैं ये फ्यूल टैंक आ गया है। सो अभी हम लोग यहाँ से रिफ्यूल करेंगे एंड उसके बाद वी विल गो बैक टू लॉन्ग आइलैंड में। सो काफ़ी एक्सपीरियंस अच्छा था बिकॉज कहीं भी मैंने ऐसा देखा नहीं है कि डे वन आप ज्वाइन करते हैं एंड देन यू विल स्टार्ट फ्लाइंग। आप स्कूल में जाते हैं, बोलते हैं मुझे सीखना है, बंदा बोलता है चलो चाबी उठाओ एंड देन लेट्स गो फ्लाइंग। सो इट वाज टोटली अ डिफरेंट एक्सपीरियंस। एंड जो हमारे इंस्ट्रक्टर थे और जो को पायलट, क्योंकि मेन पायलट तो मैं था आज, सो ही वाज रियली So Islam is here. So Islam, why do we have to refuel it? We took it from Long Island. Took off from Long Island. We landed in Connecticut Airport.
We did like 4 or 5 flights without fuel, but just to be on the safe side of it.
Okay. So because we didn't refuel it when we left, and then the fuel was half, that's why we're refueling. Otherwise we didn't have to refuel. Refuel की ज़रूरत नहीं पड़ती एकदम.
The amount of fuel we have, we can still get there, but just to be safe.
You don't want to take a chance. And Islam, how long you been flying?
A little over 4 years.
4 years.
Yeah, I started back in 17.
That's nice.
Yeah.
So any advices you want to give to the kids who want to take up flying as a career?
If you want to do this, I would say to the training, it's gonna get frustrating. It's a lot of work you have to do, a lot of resources needed, financially, family help, and all that. But if you really want to do it, stick to it. There's gonna be a moment you're gonna feel like I can't do this, it's not for me. Just don't give up. The moment you give up, that's the moment it's like it's not gonna happen anymore for you.
Okay.
So if you really, really, really enjoy doing this, just stick to it. It's gonna be hard. Nothing is easy in life. So flight training is frustrating, hard, a lot of resources you need, but stick to it, you'll get through it.
But see, what I was thinking, right? I mean, isn't doing a flying course is better than doing a regular graduation?
It depends what somebody wants to do. Like if you want to be a doctor,
It's a career,
you have to go to that track. But if you're not sure, you can give it a try, do 1 or 2 flights, see how you feel, and get from there.
Yeah.
Ready to get it?
Yeah. Alright. So basically, he was saying that अगर आपको flying का शौक है तो stick to it. It will get boring sometime, but then don't give up. हमारी फ्लाइट तैयार हो चुकी है अब जाने के लिए और we're heading back to Long Island. मैं अभी लॉन्ग आइलैंड, विच एयरपोर्ट इज दिस? ब्रिजपोर्ट कैनेटिकट। ओके, तो अभी हम लोग हैं ब्रिजपोर्ट कैनेटिकट एयरपोर्ट में, यहाँ से टेक ऑफ कर रहे हैं, जा रहे हैं फार्मिंगडेल लॉन्ग आइलैंड। तो दोस्तों ये था आज का वीडियो रिपब्लिक एयरपोर्ट लॉन्ग आइलैंड से। आई होप आपको आज का मेरा वीडियो पसंद आया हो एंड इफ़ यू लाइक इट गिव मी अ थम्स अप एंड कमेंट करना ना भूले। बहुत मज़ा आया। इंस्ट्रक्टर इस्लाम जो थे वो अमेजिंग थे, उन्होंने काफ़ी कंट्रोल दिया हमें। pretty much हम ही लोग फ्लाई कर रहे थे एंड until we meet, stay safe, bye.
I never saw it coming, didn't think